Jesus said that this kind comes out only by prayer and fasting. It was something Jesus talked about, but one of the things he says there in the Sermon on the Mount was pretty much like, don't be a show-off. When he says, if you give, don't be like the hypocrites. They blow a trumpet before them and then let everybody kind of announces it and then give what they give. And also he says, when you pray, don't stand in the marketplace that everybody's seeing. Again saying, don't be a show-off. And is this in fasting? He says, if you fast, don't have a long face. But he said, put hair oil in your hair. And again, just, and then so we heard those two words yesterday from Pastor Carl, that there's two rewards for reward. So Jesus said, if you pray in secret, and your Father will reward you openly. You fast in secret, your Father will reward you openly. And he said there was two words for reward. One is where Jesus says, they who do this have their reward in full by getting the praise of men. But those who pray secretly, your Father will reward you openly. And another word for reward is that it is not that full reward now, but it is a slow, and use that, like those blue chip companies that share dividends every month. You're receiving something, that God's constantly just rewarding you with like a steady flow of His presence, His blessing in your life. And this is really the reward that we are looking for. And then like Jesus adds to this, lay up treasure in heaven. That like in our rewards, do we want things only in this life? Whether it is prayer for things that are in this life or prayer for the things to come. Like there are two retirements. Retirement number one, retirement number two. Retirement number one being that, people, whatever age they retire, 65, 60, whatever age it is, and then they like to save money. They like to have a place to stay. Some people, their children they're going to be their retirement plan. And that when they retire, then they have that for what? The next 15 years, 5 years, 10 years. But then there's a second retirement when we go to heaven, and Jesus said, lay up treasure in heaven. And what is our treasure in heaven? The only treasure that can go to heaven is people. And that's the only thing we can lay up for the retirement. Number two is people, who we win for the Lord, who we edify in the Lord, who we can help spur on to love and good deeds, who we can equip, which of the saints we can equip for the work of service. That's our treasure in heaven. And that's our goal, really, to lay up that treasure. And we can either have our reward in full, or we have that reward steadily coming to us, now in this life, and laying up treasure as we're looking not only for the things in this life, but we're also looking for the life to come. This week, it's a wonderful week. It's a week of prayer for the church, and particularly for the conference where we see all gathering together from around India and Nepal. Just those laboring in the work of the gospel, to regather our focus, to just say, this is what is our primary thing. And we get together, we are praying this week, and we are looking for that reward from our Father. And that reward that comes steadily, a steady blessing on all our works and of the gospel and the kingdom, and all that we do is steady blessing, and also the reward that is also for us in heaven in these things. So we thank God. Amen.